Hello and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekender Show. I'm Mal Lee, your host for this evening, and as they say, every other evening. Well, REFspect's on today, and I hope if you've been out and about today, the weekend, whenever it may be, if you're still out and about playing football, I hope, and if you've had a referee, you've respected that referee. I get respected mixed up now with REFspected because it's our word, it's our saying, REFspect. Everyone understands what we mean by it. Everyone knows straight away it's that REFspect campaign, it's looking after it. It just reminds you that the referee is there to do a job, and the referee needs respect on and off the field of play. So if you've been out and about today, grassroots football, friendlies, maybe a little tournament, let's just hope that you have been respecting your referee, because it's all worthwhile. It's part and parcel of the game to understand where we're going now. There's not a lot of young teams, new teams coming in this season, and it's the same story. Let's just hope they've all been primed. Let's hope if you're a manager or coach, you've taught them what you'd expected them, and the children as well. When they go into one of the junior leagues, might be the North Liverpool, might be the John O'Leary Summer League, the Winter League, might be the Walton and Caredale League, it could be the Bootman Lidlin League, it could be anywhere, whatever league you've joined in, and outside Merseyside as well. These kids and the parents need priming about how your club works and what they have to adhere to. So I wouldn't have thought that many managers, coaches or committee members out there would not sort of give them a code of conduct. We know the codes of conduct, you know, we've got them ourselves. People just say thank you very much. They don't read them. We know that for a fact. They'll have a little glance over them, say thanks very much, I've received that. And they don't take it to heart, because what they're thinking is, should bring my kids to football, that's it. What do I have to sign anything for them now? What do I have to read anything for? But that parent, new parents, may come and may end up being one of the worst irate parents or spectators whenever you're out and about. So that's why it all needs addressing as to the rules you expect them to adhere to within your club. Everyone has them, some are different, some aren't. We have them ourselves, and they're all off the same page basically, what you'd expect of an adult behaving. Well, remember that programme, Adults Behaving Badly? Well, there you go, bring it back at grassroots football. What a series you'd have there. Anyway, what we need is each and every one of you out there just to make sure that you understand what it's all about. If you're a new parent coming into the game, please find out of other parents. Now, if your child gets injured and they're in under 6, under 7s games and they're starting to cry, it's in instinct into the mum probably, I need to be with my son or daughter on that field of play. They need me straight away. So that's why we've got the coaches and managers. The kids need to get used to them first and foremost, and obviously they are used to them, or they should be used to them, because they've been coaching with them, playing football with them for a good few months now, I should imagine, if they signed up to your team. But sometimes kids can come in first game of the season and just start, and they don't know, they haven't been primed as to what is expected of them on and off the field of play. Now, that parent may come in, child goes down, maybe pushing the buggy, on with the buggy onto the 3G pitches, onto the grass pitches, because they don't want to leave little toddler in the pram, so to take little toddler with them, they're marching. They only mean well, we know that, and they want to get to their child, because they always think, well, if they see me, there's the trust, they'll stop crying and be back up. Or if they hurt, we need to do something about it. And a mother's instinct is always, if the child's crying, they hurt. So let the coach, please, I hope you coaches and managers have told your parents this, talk to them and just to tell them what you're expecting. If the child gets injured, that you are there. First and foremost, that referee will do the job and blow the whistle if a child's injured. Always stops the game. regardless. If they don't, it means they're just taking a look, and you can't expect them, just because unless it's a real head injury, to stop the game, and that is fact. So managers, coaches, don't start shouting and screaming at the referee if they don't stop the game immediately. Give them the due, let them go, and just bring it to their attention in case they haven't noticed, and then they will stop the game, I assure you. If they just think it's a petty foul and the child's sitting down there, and you know yourself, we all know where we're going, then leave the referee to officiate it themselves. Also, try and talk to your mums and dads, grandparents, that the child will be okay, because coaches and managers will have probably a first aid certificate, or they'll have someone there who's a first aider within their club. So if it was serious enough, they could deal with it. So if you can keep the parents off by talking to them in that sense, brilliant. Also, some parents need re-educating, don't they, about their behaviour verbally, because they could really have a go at that referee. The referee blows that whistle, gives a free kick, gives a penalty, whichever it may be. They disagree with it. That new parent may be the one who thinks, whoa, I'm not having this. Look, I've joined the club. This is what they're going to deal with now. I'm going to tell him or her what their job is. And that was not a foul, that was not that. So managers and coaches, again, it's your responsibility to have a chat to the parents before you go out and kick that ball, or the kids kick that ball for the first game, second game, whatever it may be. Tell them you will deal with any problems that arise. It should be the manager or the coach who deals with the referee, but by that I don't mean you're allowed to march on the pitch, and certainly no spectators are, to confront a referee. They're not allowed on the field of play. Drum that into each and every one of them, make sure that's in the code of conduct in big letters. No encroachment on the field of play, and they shouldn't approach a referee. Same as the managers and coaches in a game shouldn't approach the referee on the field of play. At the end of the game, managers, coaches, your responsibility, you can talk to the referee. And don't make accusations, don't accuse the referee of being biased towards the other team. Give them nothing, you give them a penalty, there was never a penalty, the game's done and dusted, leave the referee to go. That's all it's about. So you need to talk to them. This is what your monthly meeting should be about. Getting together, having a chat with all the parents, and trying not to bring the kids. The parents get a babysitter, even better, because I've been to many meetings, managers meetings, and when I used to do them myself, that's what you find. Everyone wants to bring their child, and becomes a free-for-all. Crisps all over the floor, orange juice everywhere, nuts everywhere, things flying, laughing and joking. Whoever's conducting the meeting can't get a word in edgeways, can't get the message across, because the kids are running around and they're not being controlled by the parents. It tells you everything, because kids are kids. So the advice is, try and leave the children at home for a half an hour or an hour meeting, so you can get back then. But it's important, because the meeting is about your child and the welfare of the children in the club, in the team themselves, from the managers and coaches, and they'll give you updates on what's happening within the league. And that's why it shouldn't take more than an hour. The longer you leave it, then it becomes more and more impossible to conduct meetings, because there's that much to tell them and you won't get through the hour. So make sure you do it, and sometimes it'll last 30 minutes, that's great, because the parents are all adhere to it, and they should do if it's only one team. But if you've got a full club, that's the hardest. If you've got 10 teams, whatever it may be, or a few teams, you'll get a lot more than what you'd expected. So get the message across, let them know before your season starts what you'd expect of them, making sure that they go out, they adhere to the rules, regulations of the league itself. They should have codes of conduct, so we'd have to tell them. And by word of mouth, it makes a difference, it really does. If you're telling all your parents, they respect you as the manager or the coach. So you tell them first and foremost what it's all about. Don't just go out there and talk to your parents and go, right, these kids are brilliant, we're going to beat every team we come across and win the league, win the cup, got nothing to worry about. Pointless exercise. Be a club, respect other teams, respect the referee, respect each other on and off the field of play, and it'll go further. And this team will beat us. They shouldn't get beat. Talk to them fairly, don't accuse the referee of being biased towards your team, because that really kicks off parents to get in their head and they start thinking, oh, this referee won't be biased, I'm going to do something about that. And that's what happens. And we found this out by watching loads of teams, and you see the structure has to be positive within the club, within the team. The manager and coach should have a good structure there that they know will work with their parents and the children itself. They should have set rules and regulations themselves. A manager could make them up. A manager could make them up and make them understand and make them believe that this is what it is. But make it powerful, because it's all about the kids enjoying the football. If they win a trophy, fantastic, bonus. If they draw games, hey ho, they're playing football, they're watching, they're learning. If they're substitutes as well, give them that time. Don't forget, everyone should have equal level time of playing. Sometimes it's hard to swap the goalkeeper because other kids do not want to go in goal. And I've seen teams where they basically force the kid to go in goal, give everyone a chance. Kids just do not perform. If you put them in to do something that they don't like, it doesn't work. Yes, we know we'd always have to have a goalie, it's hard, but try and work something out before the start of the season with the kids. Explain to them. Once they're explained to, more understanding means they'll achieve better things within the team and with the club itself. Have a good bonding with your parents. Have a really good bonding so they understand. It's just not about this team. It's about other teams, respect other teams. And we know your parents may be absolutely brilliant, and then you'll come across a team that are absolutely woeful. The behaviour of everyone is just not exceptional. So you've really got to mention this to your team as well. If your parents are exceptional and well behaved, it'll be noted, it'll be noticed, and it'll benefit you throughout the season. People do pick up things, especially your committee members. They will pick up on reports, off the referees, off ourselves. Don't cross the line. We watch teams and we're fortunate enough to watch what's going on within the teams. We can help out as well, but we are not, as a volunteer organisation, going to be policing it basically. We're not going to be threatening. We'll talk to you and just say, look, this is wrong. We don't go in mob handed, we don't go in that all guns blazing, we talk reasonably, and this is honestly the credit that we've had over the years. People do respect you, especially in Liverpool, North West, or wherever we've been, and we've approached an irate parent or spectator. The banter has always ended up being unreal. Honestly, I've had situations where they're really going at you, hell for leather, effing and blinding. But I don't go away, I stand there, and you know what, within the 10 minutes or 15 minutes, whatever it takes, there's a handshake, and I'm so sorry, I don't know what's come over me, I won't do it again, and if you'd see me doing it again, ban me. And these parents or spectators change their attitudes. I've seen it over the years, and it's great as music to my ears, but it is experience as well. Chatting to them, no threats, I'll just tell them how it is and what can happen. And it's not just about their child, it's about other children on the field of play. And do they really want their children, their team, to lose points? To be banned from games? No, they don't. So when it's explained, it's a different picture. And honestly, the people I've talked to and the people I've met and what we've done over the years is worth a treat. We talk, honestly, it's always, hi Mal, I've been behaving and all. It's great. It really is, and that's all it is. It's about the kids playing football and developing their skills, and we say it a million times, and it's also about referees developing their skills and trying to move to the next level to improve their game as well. They may not play football, but you watch these young referees, most of them are in teams, so they know the ins and outs of offside. Well, no one knows the ins and outs of offside. And football and fouls, they know what is and what isn't. They watch it, they've got a good eye, they're keeping up with play. Let them get on with it. It's only developing your children as well. So if you're out and about, grassroots football, the season starts very, very soon. We need your support on and off the field of play. And let the kids play and leave the referees to officiate. It's as simple as that. If you do that, wow, look forward to your weekends out. Let the kids play, talk to parents, make friends, bond with other people, away teams. You'll come across them right the way through the season. Just start saying hello. Handshake, especially towards these referees. They've got a hard job. Get on there and go, enjoy the game, ref. Let's have a good game, regardless of the score. Win, lose or draw. Let's hope the kids are happy, and you are, and you'll be coming again next week to officiate. You won't be scared away. And a lot of these kids who are new will be coming in just like new players in your team. Referees, they will be in a panic, and I've seen them, and they'll be making mistakes left, right and centre. We know that, but they'll get used to it. They will get used to it as the weeks go on. The confidence will grow, like the kids in the football team. The confidence will grow altogether, but the confidence will not grow if you are irate, abusive or aggressive to the referees or to their parents or to others. The development of the kids will go backwards, and the development of the referees will also take into account that they may just walk away. Hopefully it doesn't happen, because we can get to talk to them. You'll see them there again next week, and then they grow with the people and they bond with the managers, the kids, to get to know them, and the managers, the referees get to know them. It's a win-win-win. It's a great circle of friends, and we all need to be involved in that to achieve things. And what's a point make as well? Prizes. So good behaviour. Let's see what Done Across the Line can do for next season. We'll make a difference, I assure you. What we can do to make a difference. We can do a million things. Okay, on Friday evening you may have seen where we had Lexi, Nell and Toby in from the Heart of Gold Choir, and probably our new podcast team coming in with young Dan and Jaden as well. The kids are building, they're loving it. We've got to make a little bit more room, because we can't have really no more than 3, because it gets hot, clammy. And you may have seen Friday night show where they were talking about mental health and One Step Ahead of Mental Health, and the Heart of Gold Choir, who they met, how they got on, what the singing was like. And you might have seen me make a guest appearance, and I've got to apologise for that. I was looking at the time and I put my face in front of DXTL TV camera on YouTube. You've seen it, and I've apologised. I can't do no more than that. But I wasn't in the rest of the show. You'd only heard my voice. I wanted to give the limelight to the kids, and that's what the Kids Podcast Show is all about. Bringing them together, and the more understanding they have of how life goes on, the better they'll be. And when we get in celebrities to interview, they can do that. I can stand just filming it, and we're hoping to have it something really, really special for them to make a difference. It really will make a difference to all these kids. And we're making an impact, a massive impact in grassroots football at the moment. We're developing characters, we're developing everything to do with what we can achieve and improve and make kids happy, make them smile, get them involved, give them a voice, give them the confidence. And I feel good that we're doing that. And we can't wait for the song to come out. They were great on Friday evening, must admit. Toby, a little bit nervous as that happens. And it's the same on the football pitch, as just been talking about there. Nerves set in. No matter who you are, you go for an interview as an adult, your nerves will set in, you'll freeze, and your brain will just block. And you can't think of an answer. But you put that piano in front of Toby and musical instruments, and he's away singing his song. You can't shut him up. That's the difference, eh? But you'll see the difference in these kids if they come more often and do more shows. Honestly, they'll be absolutely fantastic. They'll be fine. That is just telling me that our 20 minutes is up. So I hope you've enjoyed the weekend shows. I certainly have. It's been very, very warm indeed. Wherever you're out and about, if the weather is warm, make sure you've got loads of water and sunblock for the kids when they're running around there, keeping them cool, keep them hydrated, not dehydrated. That's the magic rule. Managers, coaches, watch for it. Even the referees sweating and burning, throw them a bottle of water if you've got one spare. Let them drown themselves and get on with the game. Friendship, bring the people together, bonding, and that's all we do with Don't Cross the Line. We've been bringing people together since 2003, and that's not going to end at all. It's going to continue. So I'm looking forward. I'm not too sure whether I'm on In Demand radio today. I haven't had the message, but I'll keep it informed. If it don't go on this week, it'll always be next weekend. And let's see how we go from then on in. From myself, Mal Lane, all the team here, the Grassroots Show, Don't Cross the Line, REFspect programme, Heart of Gold initiatives, one step ahead of mental health, no ref, no game. We'll see it on Friday night, and we might even have young Dan and Jaden back. Watch this space, let's see how things go, and we'll keep you updated on Lean On Me with the Heart of Gold Choir. Have a great week. Cheerio for now.